I find it harder and harder to find whole foods here that I can just prepare from scratch. More and more, we're going into AI world, and I know a lot of people are okay with it. Let me know if you're okay with it. Some people just don't mind the flavors of something convenient that that's prepared at the store or restaurant. But I'm just gonna hang on as long as I can to my old-fashioned ways of doing things and to share old-fashioned cast iron type recipes so that we don't completely die off and depend on prepared foods, chemical foods. To me, if I can't spell it or say it, then I don't want it. I don't know if your mom ever told you, but the greener the celery, the healthier. I used a lot of dark green for stock. The whiter parts are good for salad, right? So, but the green not so much for salad because it's kind of stringy. And I just don't use a lot of soy. I have a little bit of sesame. I actually heard that they're telling the kids don't buy seed oil. Like, come on. This, this, this is our food. I don't want to forget it. I don't want to forget God's garden and go into AI. I don't know. Let me know what you want to do, guys. But just for now, I'm going to enjoy any food I can get my hands on to respect and to prepare and to save, because I'm old and poor, as much money as I can while staying healthy. I'm going to just do it my way. And I encourage anyone, do it your way. If you're happy with convenient foods, don't let me stop you. Don't. But I just wanted to throw alternative ideas, the original source. All right, still working on chicken breast. And this is the Parmesan. I'm going to add mozza and Parmesan and broil it. It will go over the rice. Any kind of rice will do. Minute rice will do. If that's all you have, that's all you have. It's about, adjusting. So there's the Parmesan with those. As you notice, they're smaller chunks of meat, but you dress it up with the good sauce and veggies, and you can't go wrong. I'm not going to thicken it. I'm just going to add the mozza, Parmesan. I'm going to broil it, and I'm going to put it over rice and in my containers and in the freezer. And then when I want a healthy, happy Parmesan, mozza, cheddar, veggie, poultry dish, I got it ready. What should I call this? I don't know. Uh, Mistakes. There's no such thing. So we won't call it a mistake. We'll call it uh, Chickenella Queen. Yeah, yeah, Chickenella Queen. It's gonna serve my taste. And that's the whole point, isn't it? For each of us, we have our own taste and our own way. I think that's important for people to keep that. as long as possible. And this can be divided up. I'll cook it with fresh noodles every time I want some stir fry. I'll just cook up some noodles and have it ready. All right, getting ready to do my battered chicken. I'll show you the whole work soon. And I present to myself chicken a la queen with those beautiful veggies over a bed of rice, ready for the freezer. One of them is going to be my lunch. And I'll have 4 other meals ready to go. I have lots of rice left over. I'm going to do something with that. And I'm just going to put that away later. For my chicken chow mein, I make the noodles as I go. I don't make them in advance. No. Anyway, all I have left is my battered chicken. I gotta eat lunch, so I'm starving. Let me know what you think. I know it's basic. I know it's poor, for poor people. And you know what? We're in a depression era, and things are gonna be, harder. So we have to get more creative with our food. And I hope you enjoy this video. And it's at the end of the day, and I have my chicken nuggets that I will put into a bag, into the freezer, and take one out to go with my English style fish and chips with tartar sauce. And I'll probably serve it with a salad. But the most important part is the tartar sauce and lemon to go with my nuggets. And I have, out of that 4 chicken breasts, what do I have for one little old lady is 8 big enough for me battered chicken, and 5 chicken a la queen and rice, and 5 stir fries and rice. That's what I ended up doing with that. So there's like 18 meals here, guys. I'll probably do another cooking day in about 5 days. And I'll make, I have what I need to make for Yorkshire pudding. That's a favorite English dish. Old-fashioned, yes. But you know what? That's the way to go sometimes. When you don't know what else to do, you fall back on what you're used to. So I just wanted to also add that I'm reaching out to my community. I'm not using, I can't use the internet very much anymore. And so I'm going to have to probably get some help. And I'm okay with that now. It's time, to reconcile, for truth and reconciliation in Quebec is going on. And respect for each other and our unique differences is going on in Quebec. And I just really value that. And I know I'm going to be happy I just have to get rid of this pneumonia and infection. It's really affecting me, and I can't shake it. It's been months. What's really odd is today is October 1st. It's the anniversary of my mother crossing over. She died, or crossed over, October 1st, 2009. And she made a huge mistake. She was unconscious and not thinking, not feeling, and not loving her own senses or her oldest daughter. And I'm the one that took care of her whole life. I've been the scapegoat of my family. And I don't know if any of you watching knows what it's like. It's hell. It's hell on earth to be the scapegoat, where people in your own family find it easier to blame one person for everything rather than take a deep look within and stop projecting. What we see in others is ourselves. That's a fact. So if you see the worst in me or others, you're going to see the worst in yourself later. And I just want everybody to have an opportunity to turn themselves around and become okay with everybody being who they are. And maybe we can learn something from each other and the cultures or what we're discovering, for we really are coming into a new world. We really are. Whether you're coming kicking and fighting, we may as well get used to it and contribute, play, and make sure that you are a voice for yourself. If you don't take care of you, who's going to? In this day and age where people got so used to just taking care of themselves, the intelligence stopped. Well, let's bring it back. Tell me about your culture at home. Tell me what you know about your family history, your grandma's cooking, your mom, and maybe, just maybe, we can all bring what we have. It'd be silly to all take the same test when we all have very unique backgrounds, past lives, and talent. We have gifts, and I'd love it if everybody brought out their gift rather than putting down other people and what they're trying to do. It's a thought for Kinder Garden. I hope you enjoyed my show today. Wish me well. I'm scared shitless going out there to be vulnerable again. but I have to. I can't do it alone. And I know my weaknesses. That's a great start. Know your weaknesses and seek out to get them all fixed up. Bye for now. Love, Cheryl Ann. Hey everybody, I'm just playing in my kitchen today. I have to remove myself from all AI, everything to do with laptops and phones, but I just turned on my phone to show you a little bit of what I'm doing to share, because I care. And I know a lot of people are not used to cast iron cooking or cooking from home even. But I find so much pleasure in it, really I do. It de-stresses me, honestly, and I have been stressed. So this is my version of, I don't know, chicken cacciatore, chicken alla king, chicken parmesan. It'll be a bit of all of it. I started with a package of chicken breast and I divided it. I decided to make 5 Parmesan chicken dishes. You notice it's not a lot of meat, and it's not because I like to eat less meat, and I cut away all the little bits that I don't want for a chow mein, and I have enough chicken left over for not only lots of chow mein dishes, but I'm going to make chicken nuggets with batter and put about, I think there's eight chunks of meat that I'm going to batter and put in my freezer and eat with tartar sauce and chips whenever I want. But making my meals happy, makes me happy. And I just wanted to share, if you enjoy cooking. I'm not the best cook, I have to be honest. I spent my life at work. I did enjoy cooking. I know my dad really enjoyed cooking. It's a nice way to escape the stress. And that's what my Kinder Garden is going to be all about. Is like we kind of get rid of the stress, my friends, right? So, I've got a poached onion, poached peppers, 5 poached jalapenos, like 5 of each for each of my 5 dishes. I'm going to prepare 5. So first I make this poached chicken. I wash it in vinegar and water, let it soak for a little while. Then I trim it and divide it into chow mein or meals or chicken chunks with batter. So I divide up my package of chicken breast and make it go as far as I can. I don't like a lot of meat anymore, so I dress it up with the meat juice and these really inexpensive fresh vegetables. When you get down to it, I find when I get down to it, I find cooking from home not only joyful, but I've got pneumonia. That's why my voice is like, I've got an infection of some kind. Really bad. I mean, my temperature is 2 degrees below normal, almost at hypothermia, and then I have all sorts of voice problems, and so I may have to, step up my game, I guess, but I do have an infection, and I'm just trying to de-stress and prepare food, because I'm still hungry. Cannabis oil, it's the only thing that keeps me going with an appetite, is cannabis oil. And so I'm going to show you a photo of what it all looks like when I'm done. I also prepare my veggies right away when I bring them home. I care for my vegetables because then they'll last the whole thing. I have these neat containers that keeps it fresh for a long time. And I divide it up. I'm going to use more of this for a pizza later. But for now, it'll go into cold storage. It's already prepared. Don't have to wash again. That's what I threw away from the veggies. There's each meal. We'll get a little chunk of chicken. And I'm just going to add some tomato. I never add the tomato sauce until I'm ready to slow roast, because once you add the acid, it stops cooking. And I wanted to make it al dente first. I'm having fun. I hope everybody is okay. I really care. And here is a hug from Kinder Garden. And this is what I want to teach. I hope you enjoy. Okay, to poach these chicken pieces and veggies, I also used a wee lot of garlic. Garlic is a pesticide killer, and it's so good for us. So this is my poached water with a lot of garlic, poached onion, poached pepper, and my chicken chunks of breast, 5 of them. And all I need to do is add some tomato, right? So I'm adding tomato to my sauce, and I'm going to not crack them open. I'm going to let them sit whole in here for some reason. I'm going to fiddle around with spices and figure out if I want anything really beyond salt and pepper, because I don't want to spoil my food with too many flavors, so that the natural flavors come through. Okay, soon this will be ready to pour onto. And then I'm going to slow roast at about 250 for about 30 minutes. And at the end, or maybe longer, I really want that chicken to soak up this stuff. Doesn't matter, because it's just going to get more and more tender now. So we'll see what happens. I like to go by Braille sometimes. All right. Yeah, I just added basil, just some basil and salt and pepper. Not too much salt because I want to taste it later. But honestly, I don't want to add a lot of spices today. And I'm going to pour these wonderful tomatoes and juice over my chicken breast and al dente peppers, and I will put them in the oven. Okie doke. I transferred it from cast iron to these terrible pans. Well, you gotta use what you have, right? But I didn't have enough room, and I want it to slow roast, so I've got it all ready to go. My featuring my chunks of chicken. Now this is for a single woman, older woman. I don't have much of an appetite, but if you're also looking at decreasing your meat intake, you can replace it easily with other proteins such as eggs and seed, pumpkin seed, all sorts of seed. So it's just a matter of dressing it up so that the flavors can all go together. And after this is soaked in together, I'm going to add Parmesan cheese. Yep, I am. I have some. So I hope I covered everything. I package in aluminum dishes, um, or you can, if you want, get microwave, but I don't use a microwave in my house, so I like to reheat in the oven. I'm going to have this with balsamic rice, and it's worth buying a good rice. It's worth cooking for yourself and stretching it as far as you can. And the first rule I have is prepare your food as soon as you bring it home, wash it, and put it in containers that last, that preserve your veggies. Thank you.